Jupiter boys. Is it recording?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Jupiter Boys. My name is Jim Jupiter.
And my name is Quinn Jupiter.
And we're two boys from the planet Jupiter. And we talk about things every week.
We get together, we talk about things, we talk about stuff, we talk about Rick Grimes.
So you don't have to.
Oh no, Jim and Quinn.
Yeah, exactly. I'm Ross Blotcher. So
I'm Barry Poppy.
it was just a shout out to a cool podcast. Anywhoozles, Quinn, which side of Coin of Truth would you like? A Coin of Truth listeners decides who goes first in the topic bring up-a-thon.
Yes. I would like the yellow side, please.
It's always the black side. It's me, and I bashed the microphone there, so I apologize. Quinn.
Yes.
So it's the Hismith times, the Hosmos. By the time that this episode comes out, it won't be the Halls of Days anymore.
No, it'll be the New Year's.
New Year's Zibbas. And so actually, it'll still be in the holidays because we don't go back till like a couple days later. So I, as you may know, have a little bit of work to do. You know, I've been sent home with some homework for my corporate position. I have to do some stuff like just on the computer. It's just time consuming, not really a lot of effort.
Yeah.
Just I got to plug in some hours, right?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm also working on another project, and at the same time, I've got a Nintendo Switch on the way with Legend of Zelda: Breath in the Wild, which is an incredibly time-consuming game.
It's very time-consuming.
So my question to you is that knowing that I have, this work responsibility and this other project that I'm working on, and I have to maximize my time, yes. What are some ways to not procrastinate on that fucking thing? Because I swear to God, I was like, just because I was just doing some research on like, what are some cool features about the Switch that, maybe I don't know about or whatever. I was just sort of like watching some videos about it because I'm super excited and I can't wait for this fucking thing to get here. So I was just watching some videos and there was like somebody was talking, there's a parental controls app for smartphones and you can like link it to the system and you can control like how long it plays and how long it's on in a day and like what titles it's allowed to play and stuff like that. It's kind of neat. Like
cool.
it's
for
like
kids,
remotely designed. And I like straight up considered just like putting like a randomized password on it that like time, like that I can only get after like an hour or something so that I could so that I was forced to like do my work.
Well, it would be a very good way to like try to, I should probably do that with my PlayStation 4, but I never do because I'm not going to fucking do that. Yeah. Because I'm just going to keep playing the game.
Exactly. Like it's sort of like you have to have enough willpower to forbid yourself in the first place, and I just don't.
Well, like for me, video games, I know how time consuming they are because I've played so much of them. So I know if I start to play a game and there's
your afternoon gone. Unless
it's like an NHL game, because then you can finish an NHL game in about 15 minutes.
So you can just bang one out.
If it's Call of Duty...
it's like jerking it. Just like the NHL is your quick pound and pass.
Call of Duty Online is even better because it's timed.
That's true.
Literally timed. Yeah. Only 10 minutes or the score limit. So it could be less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Or more, theoretically, if everybody just runs around not shooting each other.
No. They would just go to a tiebreaker and then it's just another... Well, it would be more. But, nobody does that.
No, I know. But wouldn't it be funny if like everybody just hid, like nobody like ventured out, like everybody just like camped?
I think that's what there's a game, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. Basically, everybody just hides in buildings, and it like matches can take like up to an hour because everybody just hides in buildings and then just like
peeks out a little bit every now and then.
Yeah, so it's like 6 kills is the most kills you can get.
Oh
so
my
it's
God.
Like. It's just like hiding and like mostly just running around.
So what are some other things that I can do to keep myself on track?
I think like making like commitments to like start something at a certain time. Like I always like if I have like an alarm that is set or something like that to remind me like
it's
this
so
time,
easy to just turn that off.
I know the alarm is easy to turn off, but that's what snooze is for. So it's like another 10 minutes, another 10 minutes. And then eventually you're going to be like, I should probably do that. And then you go and do that.
Or you just turn it off, and then you're like, nah, tomorrow.
Yeah, but at the same time, you got to just learn how to, like... Because I've definitely, like, skipped days for alarms, and then eventually I'm just like, hey, I've got time. Yeah. Actually, I do have time.
Yeah, I gotta do this thing.
But that's kind of like that's time consuming to like go through the trial and error of like forgetting about it and like turning it off every day.
It's true.
So maybe what I'm proposing is like, I don't know, dude, man. I'm not productive. I don't contribute anything to society. I wouldn't know how to do these things because all I do is fucking smoke weed and play video games.
Well,
dog.
see that's where it's like it's dangerous for me because I also smoke a copious amount of weed, and like weed in the right iteration can be like the fuck it, I'll do it tomorrow drug.
Yes, but see, I see weed as a different thing for me. It gets me productive and gets me moving.
It depends on the weed.
Honestly, almost every kind of weed I've smoked has made me like clean, like meticulously, and just very detail oriented. Stop fucking yawning.
I'm sorry, I'm just very tired. I was up
You're on vacation.
I was up till 1 a.m. last night, and then I was up at like 4 or 5 just because I couldn't like fall back asleep.
Jeez, your body is just not used to being on vacation.
I know, it's like, what is this rest? I don't understand.
My body's the same way, dog. I've been feeling like shit the last 3 days.
Oh god, and it's like it's so hard to find shit to do. Like that's why I'm so excited for my Switch to come because like it's like something new that I get to play with and like unwrap and like discover.
Like I know your other project that's going on.
Yeah, something through with the Wadolpha Shark Media Network.
Wadolpha Shark.
Yeah, so yeah, like it's you'll actually hear something about it later, but yeah, like it's sort of
it's hard,
man, it's a hard diggity dig.
But like it's so funny to like be like, man, doesn't vacation suck?
Yeah,
because you're just like wondering
I've got so much time and nothing to do, and I could just nap all day. It's the shittiest thing.
And I have napped for like a good portion of the day on my vacation, and I'm like, that's a day well spent.
Yeah,
because then you can stay up even later.
Yeah, exactly. Like you just like get some extra sleep.
Yeah,
catch some Z's.
Yeah,
rejuvenate.
I stayed up till like 3 one morning. That fucking sucked. So
hey,
I didn't really like it.
Quick interjection. Just came up into my mind. Everybody should go watch Future Man if you like like sci-fi or action, especially like late '90s action flicks. You'll definitely enjoy that movie. Like that show. It's great.
It is a great show.
And Josh Hutcherson has totally turned himself around in my eyes.
Me too.
Like I'm like, oh shit,
J Hutch,
and a disaster artist. Like
good
God, so good.
Those are the two things that Jim has seen recently that
exactly.
He wants to let the world know about them.
So true.
And he's like 6 months behind on both. Well,
also Crowd season 2. Yeah, just pounded through that sucker.
You just started Peaky Blinders, so
yeah, a couple episodes into that sucker. I'm catching up.
Yeah,
I'm
slowly but surely.
I'm into Ozark.
Man, you're in a lot of shows right now.
Yeah,
you're in
I
like
know.
the throes of Octi Doggy.
Octi Doggy?
What? We're actually in the throes. Well, we're balls deep in Decky Doggy, which is December.
Okay.
It's a comedy Bang Bang thing.
Okay.
Every time they'd be like, so it's the beginning of the month. They're like, we got the tip in Desi Doggy or like Octi Doggy or Septi Doggy.
Nice.
So it's so we're balls deep in Decky Doggy.
So every month you're fucking the dog?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. What are some other shit? Maybe don't do a podcast. Brother, to save time to be productive.
Oh yeah, like I really probably shouldn't have done this. We could have just taken a week break.
Imagine all the time that we have spent on the show, like how much time we'd have for other projects.
Oh, I could easily add that up. I mean, if you look at the fact that each episode's around 20 minutes long, but then there's 105 episodes.
With lost episodes too.
103 episodes. Yeah, okay, so there's 105.
The first 2 trials before the
podcast
even started.
Yeah,
the old podcast.
You're looking at like 106. If you 106 divided by 3,
plus those 2-hour movies that we watched together in podcast.
Yeah, but that was a different thing. If you're just looking at Jupiter Boys,
right?
You're looking at 35 hours ish.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah, so
more than a day. More than a day. Yeah.
Yes, a day is 24 hours.
So like a day and
that is the length of time it takes the Earth to revolve around the sun.
Yeah, that is. Well, so
Yep.
what? Oh nee. Oh nee.
Oh, nee, what?
Oh nee.
Well, yeah, definitely spending time with your brother. No good. No good. There are better things to do.
We wasted a lot of time together.
Yeah, no, I
Like,
wouldn't
a
have it any
lot.
other way. We've been doing this for like 2 years, or almost 2 years.
That's sickening.
I know. I hate us.
We're so bad.
Yeah, this is like, and the best part is we've been doing it for like 15 people tops. Like that's the greatest part. Although like I looked recently and then like our feed gets hit like 5,000 times a month, just by various podcatchers, but doesn't mean anybody downloads it. And that's the end of that topic.
Oh, whoa. You ever get a butthole itch?
Yeah,
Like just a random one?
I have.
And they hit you out of nowhere and then they're just gone.
Well, and it's just like, was there just a bug in my butthole? Like that's what I always think.
Okay, that's a good topic.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so what are some
I love
things?
that you pivot on the fly like this. Fly by the seat of your butthole.
So what are some things like a surprise butthole itch, right?
Okay.
That just kind of like happen and you don't know what the fuck they were or like what happened.
You ever have that thing where suddenly your throat kind of tickles or something, and you clear your throat and you clear like balls of like hard mucousy phlegm?
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck was that? Like they just come out of you, like it's just like you just breathe out like, and it just goes flying across the room, and you're like, what?
Yeah, or the phenomenon where like you'll be sitting there, you'll have your phone in your pocket and you'll feel like really aggressively, and you're like, all right, there's a text. You check your phone, nothing.
Man, the guy who has the office on the other side of the wall from me, puts his cell phone on the shelf that like connects to the wall, and all his vibration tones are like just about the same as mine. So like his phone, anytime it vibrates, sounds like my phone, and my phone, anytime it vibrates, sounds like his phone. So we're both checking our phones twice as often as we need to.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the phenomenon. Like for me, I think.
What about when you're talking to somebody and like all of a sudden you just feel like an incredible like or you either feel an incredible itch in the middle of your nostril, like inside your nostril, or you feel that there's like a hard, solid, like possibly itchy booger that's just like it's there,
yeah.
and you're just trying to have this conversation, like with an important person, an employer, or like a bank teller or something.
And you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah, you're like, oh god, I cannot wait to get into like semi-privacy so I can just dig this fucker out of there. Like this is gonna take one good pick. I know it.
I've had an itch inside my nostril, and I think it's a scab. And so
Okay,
it's like healing,
and
it
then
like
you scratch it, and then it opens it up again, and yeah.
But you think it's a boogie, so you're trying to get it.
Yeah.
That's why you don't pick your nose, son.
Yeah.
You just gotta blow it, and then just
Thanks, Dad.
Dr. Oz says if you pick your nose, you're scratching your brain, which is fucking dumb. Fuck you,
Does
Dr.
he really
Oz.
say that?
Yeah. He says that when you're picking your nose, you're making your nose all like inflamed, which can travel up to your brain and kill you. And I'm like,
I thought it was about like plucking nose hairs. That was his
no.
thing.
His thing is about scare tactics, and I fucking hate Dr. Oz. It's the stupid.
Except
you middle-aged woman, come up, and I'm gonna grab you by the hips, and I'm gonna show you how that the medicine works in your body. It moves from the top to the bottom, and I'm gonna grab your hips again, and I'm gonna flirt with you.
His name is like Mehmet or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like his first name.
He's Greek or something.
The only good Dr. Oz is the Great and Powerful.
Yes,
Yeah.
he got his doctorate in flying monkeys.
Played by Dave Franco's older brother, James Franco.
Hereby known as Dave Franco's older brother, James Franco.
Dave's older brother.
So, what's another
Little Jimmy Franco.
James Buffett also. What are some other like phenomenons where deja vu is a pretty fucking weird phenomenon? Like,
Yeah, we've definitely talked about Dave Chavu and his tricks.
And his tricks.
I believe it was on the same episode as Dave Franco's Dream Boys, or like shortly thereafter.
It was close. I don't know if it was the same app, but it was definitely probably in the same group of months.
Same deck-a-duggy.
Jesus fuck.
So I don't know, some things that are like a phenomenon that happens. Sometimes like you're doing something and your mouth is just like immediately Sahara level dry.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what? And like it's usually when you're high, and you're just like, what is like? How is all of the liquid evaporated from my mouth in this amount of time?
It's usually when you're high. A lot of these phenomenons happen when you're high because you're like
Phenomena is the plural of phenomenon.
phenomena.
Phenomena. Do 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 do.
Phenomena. Do 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 do.
We're gonna get sued.
Their lawyers are contacting us. So a lot of like another phenomenon that happens when you're high.
I'm just shaking my tits at Quinn while he
It's
says this.
not really a phenomenon. He's gyrating.
I don't know. I wouldn't call it gyrating. I would call it more vibrating with a twist.
It's really weird. I don't like it.
Okay.
Um,
Continue.
Another phenomenon how it happens when you're high is it's not really a phenomenon as much as you just forgetting to do shit.
Yeah.
Like I forget
Like
to text
all of my work.
but it's like I'll like I have the message completely
I
typed
know.
out and then
you
I just like
press
forgot to
send, and you just go to a different app, or you've gone to look something up. It's just like, yeah, like that actor, and then you go to IMDb and you search through his like film catalog and then find a movie. You're like, oh yeah, I forgot I want to watch that, and you flip to Netflix and you're like 45 minutes into the episode or to the movie, and then you're like, oh shit, I forgot the reason I'm doing this.
Yes.
Yeah.
But usually I don't go to Netflix and watch the movies. I just go down like an IMDb hole where I'm like, oh yeah, he's in that. Oh let's go to Kate Beckinsale's.
Trivia. The mole on his left cheek is actually a gunshot wound. What?
Trivia. Oh my god. Oh, Woody Allen came and showed his dick to everybody on set? How did I not hear about this?
Sounds about right.
It
Although
does
you're
sound
definitely getting sued for libel. Slander. Slander if
Slander,
it's in
probably.
words. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. No, we haven't been sued yet, so we're probably not going to get sued.
That's a poor way of judging if you're going to get sued.
We can just take it down off the internet.
That's true, but the internet's forever, my friend.
That's true.
Somebody's archived it.
Hopefully somebody's archiving our show because we don't.
We definitely aren't.
We've lost like
It's funny
because
because we have a couple downloads in China, so if anybody is, it's China.
it's China. Yeah, they got like fucking data banks on every street corner. Like they're usually in a laundromat though. Like they're like
What are you even saying?
there are secret databases in China. Data banks. So there's like it's at every street corner.
Okay, I'm just gonna stop you because I need some clarification. You keep saying data banks. Now I'm envisioning banks for money, but every employee is Data from Star Trek.
See, what I was more thinking of is it's like a safety deposit box building. It just has like a bunch of boxes.
But instead of a lock, he just has a USB port.
Yes, a USB key for everyone. And they have like, because it's China, they got China. They got that's how Donald Trump says China.
Okay.
There's a video of him saying China for like 45 seconds. It's gold.
China.
China's great. So each USB is like 6 trillion 6 trillion terabytes, which is it's like a megaflop at that point or something like that. But it's a lot of data, and they run the world. Who run the world? China.
USBs.
China USBs.
I think it would be funny too if like you stuck your USB in a port that wasn't yours and your USB just explodes in your face. Like literally just like sends tiny bits of plastic shrapnel. Like,
you did
everywhere.
wrong.
Yeah.
Goodbye, citizen.
You tried to steal.
Like and it took forever to fucking find your USB port. You're just like, oh shit, I'm B85. I got a new one. I got to transfer from the old fucking bank.
Here's another phenomena that sucks. The bodily phenomena that sucks. You're in a place where you can't easily access it, and the sole of your foot starts to itch. Your boot is all laced up. You got a sock on. You're doing
it's my boot. It's always
your
my
work,
boot.
and the sole of your foot starts to itch.
It is one of the worst.
Oh my God, it is unbelievably uncomfortable. Or how about like when the roof of your mouth or something starts to itch? Like if you're having like a slight allergic reaction to something and your mouth starts to itch and there's like no way of satisfying it except to like rub your tongue on it, and then that just makes it worse.
Yeah.
The worst.
It's a bad time. You just
It's not a good time.
You just got to drink water. Just do more water.
Ice water. Chug that shit.
I have an itchy roof in my mouth right now.
Swish that ice water.
I work with a mask a lot because I paint, and I get itchy noses, like my nostril,
dry
and, like,
air.
Yeah, like my lips and like my chin gets really itchy too because like of all the sweat and stuff.
Yeah.
It's bad.
It's disgusting.
You got to take it off and be like and itch away, and then put it back on and
de-scrub it.
Usually I take a rag and like wipe down the sweat that's in the mask.
Yeah,
like
you gotta
it's
like use
mostly
use a
condensation.
scraper and get the barnacles
It's
off.
not really sweat; it's more condensation
All right.
from my breath.
That's the end of that topic.
From my beautiful breath.
Thank you for being here. Thank you to Wadolpha Shark Media for hosting this podcast and podcasts of other similar excellence. Thank you to Christo Graham for the use of our theme music.
Christogram.
You can buy merch at our Redbubble. Or thank you, Quinn. You can buy merch at our Redbubble store. The link is in the description. What else can you do, Quinn?
You can become a patron, like Lucy.
No, it's not even a singing one. You just burped it.
Yeah, sort of. I couldn't get the real burp out. Sorry, Lucy.
You can do that. It's the link to that is also in the description. Shoot those nuts.
Straight down your USB gullets.
Wadolpha Shark.